$7 a pop dropped big news. After 7 years, $7 a pop has their very own exclusive. Come on.
That
your
is
excitement.
So exciting.
How exciting is that? That's great. So they're selling an Elvira Funko Pop that is specific to them, so an exclusive by them, and then the chase is signed. So it's like a signature series thing built into this.
It is the very first signed chase. It's a 1 in 36 chance.
And it has a really cool sticker on it also. Did you see the sticker?
Yeah?
Yeah, so the sticker is actually cool. I love seeing new stickers because I am a sticker hoe, as we all know. But the stickers are nice, man. They actually have Elvira on it, a little crown.
Amazing.
$7 a pop.
Signed chase.
And whoever designed that sticker, you earned a reward, my friend, because that is a very good sticker.
It's a great sticker.
Fantastic. I'm so happy for these guys. After all this time, they've gotten their own exclusive. They've been around for 7 years. I didn't realize it was that long.
Well, I thought it was longer, to be honest with you.
So they've been around about as long as we've been around.
Yeah?
Like our channel, Gastlecast.
Wow.
So this will actually be at booth 1018, and you can get yours. It's a 1 in 36 chance of getting the chase, but you can go on and buy it on the website right now.
You can pre-order it, yeah.
You can order a master case, or you can buy it as a single. So single is $20. Master case with a guaranteed chase, $720. So if you're a huge Elvira fan and you have to have that chase, that is one way of knowing you're definitely getting it. But that's 36 Elviras, Heather.
That's a lot of Elviras.
So I've decided what you could do with the rest of the Elviras.
What can you do?
Well, Heather, Halloween's right around the corner. And what would kids love more than big boobed Funko Pops?
I agree.
Come on. Would they rather have candy or big boobed Funko Pops?
Yeah, I'm really annoyed right now. You have this fuzzball like right on your face. Okay, it's gone. It was really big.
Great. So anyway, if you're an Elvira fan, go over to $7 a pop and you can order your Elvira Funko Pop. Wow. What was that?
Yawn.
So congratulations, $7 a pop. That's fantastic.
That is so amazing. I am so proud of them and so excited for them.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see them over at New York Comic Con because we will be there with Mischief Toys, our toy company. If you don't know, MISCHIEFtoys.com. You can check us out. You can order stuff over there. We have shirts and hats and all sorts of stuff on the website. Common Ghastly, Common Demonstro. So go over and check out MISCHIEFtoys.com. Also, follow us on Instagram at Mischief Toys. And when you go to MISCHIEFtoys.com, sign up for our newsletter. We also have a group on Facebook.
Yep.
Mischief Toys. So go and join. It's a great community. Our second story is FunCon. So FunCon is going to London.
That's interesting.
And it's a really odd thing. Honestly, when this popped up today, by the way, we are using disc trackers or disc collectibles on Facebook, or we know them as disc trackers, but FunCon London 2024. So apparently there will be 5 exclusives there. One of them being this Homer.
Whoa.
This limited exclusive Homer with reactor. Here he is, Homer Simpson with this little reactor thing. I don't know much about Simpsons anymore. I was reading a story today where apparently their season finale was supposed to mimic like a series finale. And it was like almost like it was really coming to an end, but it didn't. The Simpsons. And the article talked about how people think The Simpsons should have gone a long time ago, but I don't even watch it. So I wouldn't even know if it's good or bad.
Yeah, same.
I don't watch the new stuff. I've only watched the old stuff. But this is a fun Funko Pop. I like that they're doing a lot of Simpsons stuff, because we only had like a very limited amount of Simpsons stuff there for a while.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that they're doing more of that. I'm assuming we're going to have these up for sale on Funko.com.
I would imagine so.
But it doesn't say anything anywhere about how it's going to be handled in the States or how we're going to end up getting our hands on this stuff. But I'm sure we're going to have a way of getting it. Can you imagine them doing this without putting it up for the US?
I think it would be very interesting if they kept it just to London, because how many times have we in the US gotten stuff that Europe and Canada were unable to get?
I agree. I mean, I think that would be kind of cool if they did it. Even if they had a Transformer Funko Pop that I really want, and I'm like really bummed out and it's hard to get, I'm down with that.
I think that would be very cool, and it would make it fun for us to track down. Although, remember way back when they released the 3 chrome
Australia
marble?
Funko Pops, yes.
In Australia, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they popped up here like months later.
Yep. And by the way, the Chrome Pops went down the poop chute.
Yeah.
No one ended up liking them. And we didn't have any friends in Australia at the time. Now we do. So if anything ever happens, Australians, keep us in mind. But back then, we had no friends over there. We couldn't get our hands on them. I had to do some crazy back alley trades to get that stuff.
Backdoor trades.
Yeah. But I made it happen. And I got those Funko Pops. And I still have them today. Because I'm a hoarder. I can't imagine in any reality that Funko would decide to pass up on money that they could get from the US. They are going to take full advantage of it. I'm sure it's going to be on Funko.com. Maybe the time during that all happening, you know how they do online exclusive drops for cons? I think it'll happen like at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to end up happening. I cannot wait to see what the rest of the Funko exclusives are going to be. So far, we only know Homer, but apparently there is supposed to be 4 more, according to Dis.
Ooh.
So we'll find out more about that soon. Speaking of Dis, we've gotten a lot of feedback about this whole Dis Trackers thing. And
you mean about this whole Dis Trackers thing?
Yes. And a lot, we are still getting people who are like upset about this. I don't understand what the deal is. But I was thinking about this more and more today, and I'm equating it to, you know, Dis is running a business. He's on Instagram, and he's making his money. And then he shares something or shares things. Somebody was trying to argue. They're like, well, if he shared something that is a leak, well, like Funko isn't saying if Agatha Funko Pops show up in a picture, you cannot share it. Like you want to know that. So the fact that it pops up, in my opinion, the very worst thing that should ever happen is that the picture is taken down.
Yeah.
Not an account locked completely out. And I noticed it said in the email, or a message that he had, it said that he had done it one too many times, basically. Like, you've done this so many times. But there has to be some sort of language that we as collectors or news sources have to abide by.
Here's the thing. It's Funko as the licensee's responsibility to ensure that leaks don't get out.
Right.
What happened was a store overseas shared the back of a box, and they weren't supposed to, if it had language on the box that said do not open until X date or do not sell until X date.
All right.
So if that was the case, that's that retailer's responsibility.
Right.
If it's not the case and Funko had no language that said that, then why are they trying to stop people now?
I haven't a clue.
But the thing is, regardless of anything, Dis shouldn't be the one.
He shouldn't be the fall guy.
Yeah.
And people are making the point, and we made the point too, that he is so big and he's such a huge news source that he's being used in this.
Right.
Like,
but I also
this will happen to you.
I also feel like it was targeted, and I feel like someone out there has some sort of jealousy against him and sent people to report him, because we actually got word that someone like sent people to like hate on our videos or something.
What?
Yeah.
Hate on what videos?
The videos about Dis, because they have a jealousy issue with
for
Dis.
crying out loud.
I heard that they're like a grumpy old man or something.
So I think this whole Dis thing is like completely blown out of proportion. I think that
I agree.
He's losing money by the minute. I mentioned this yesterday in yesterday's video. I absolutely hate seeing this. I also hate in the fact that that source is no longer on Instagram, right? Because that's like our place to go every single day. I mean, look, we're a YouTube channel that talks about Funko. We're very niche. So any news is good. It's good news for us. Something that we can talk about. Sometimes there are days where it comes, you know, a flood of news from Funko. But it just so happens over the last couple of days, there hasn't really been a whole lot. I mean, there's enough for us to talk about today, but I have to run and go see what Dis is doing. And looking at his news, like on Facebook, is not as easy, and the comments aren't as many on Instagram.
Facebook is really weird.
Yeah. I hate it. I hate X. Also, I hate Twitter. I've always hated Twitter. I've always had people like, yeah, your Twitter's great. You just need to learn how to use it. No, screw Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called. I hate the thing. I hate that so much.
Me too.
Facebook, I like to use it, to talk to my friends and be inside of groups. Instagram is where I like to see pictures and like, that's where I want to see my news sources. Okay?
Yeah.
Is on Instagram. So Funko, come on, let's bring them back because, quite frankly, it's tough using Facebook.
I don't think it's Instagram, or I don't think it's Funko at this point. I think it's Instagram. From what I understand, Funko has done their part and like revoked some things.
They have. They're trying to work this out. They're trying to help out. Yes, it's an Instagram thing. It's like a policy thing. I totally understand where they're coming from. It's a legality thing, but he didn't break any rules. He's not the person that's in charge of this stuff. It's not his data.
Well,
this stuff is floating around the internet. He's capturing a picture. So basically what this is saying is anybody, any of you out there that you see a picture pop up on Instagram, and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen this yet, right? Well, you totally don't even know what you're looking at. You don't know if it's a leak or not. You're like, I'm going to share this. You share it, and then your Instagram account gets shut down.
It's stupid.
That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And to me, I mean, I know that Instagram is a company, so it isn't like you're following the law, so to speak. They got their own, right? They got their own policies and things.
They got their own police force.
Whatever. The thing is that they can do whatever they want, and I understand that as a corporation or as a company, but this is so out of line. I mean, This is like stepping in very weird territory, and I think that the people who are getting angry about this or like don't like this or look past all of that. Even if you don't like what he does or who he is or the leaks or anything, look past that. This could happen to you. Any of you news sources out there, it could happen to you, and this is a reason why we should all be right now screaming and hollering about it, which is why I'm spending many days doing it until he comes back.
The thing that blows my mind the most about this whole situation is that the word Funko is literally trademarked, and there are so many Instagram accounts besides original Funko
100%
that use the word Funko. So like that's a legal thing.
Yep.
So why is that allowed but people can't share the back of a toys box?
It is unbelievable.
It's odd, and I don't know.
Odd isn't the word, Heather. And I never use this word. I'm about to pop this one out. It's coming out of left field.
Is it put it in your pipe and smoke it again?
It's asinine.
Oh.
Yeah. And by the way, if you don't know what that is, it's an ass and the number 9 standing next to each other. That's how I picture it in my head. Asinine. Just saying.
It's actually asinine, but...
Is it?
Yeah.
There's an A in the middle. So ass with an A and then a number 9.
I think it's an I.
It's an I.
Asinine?
Okay. Asinine? I don't know. Well, Dis, we hope you get your account back soon, but we will keep screaming and advocating, even if you want it or not. By the way, he's not asking us to do any of this. We just absolutely hate seeing this happen to anybody. If this happened to Funko Finders or Funko Pop News or any of those other guys, we totally would scream and holler and advocate for them as well. Are we using them as news sources? 100%. We always use them. We always go to Dis because we have formulated a really great relationship with him. I feel like that we have connected very well over the course of, I would say, over the past year. He is a really great guy. Somebody commented the other day, very troll-like, and they're like, well, you know, if he's such a big fan or he's such a good friend, if he's such a good friend, why didn't he buy Ghastly? From Mischief Toys? I was like, wait a minute. First off, that doesn't make somebody my friend. Like, that isn't how I look at my friendships. I have plenty of friends that don't buy
I have
Ghastly.
So many friends that don't
because
buy
they don't
Ghastly.
they don't buy collectibles. That's just not their thing. So that was a really weird thing, and the person then played it off like they're joking. I don't know what their story is. And then they went on the Facebook group and they're like, hey, look what I said on Instagram. I was like, okay. Look, Heather, people get their jollies off in a different way than we do. That's all I'm saying. It's just really weird. I don't know what the person was doing. I think they need to get a control over themselves a little bit. But he bought Ghastly, and he bought Mortem. Like, he bought
and we
these things.
We didn't even know.
Yeah,
they
bought
just
these
showed
things.
up on his Instagram one day, and we were like, "Oh my God, Dis bought from us."
Because we don't know him like that. We just know him as disc collectibles, disc trackers, and so on and so forth, right? So the fact that he has purchased things is really great, and that doesn't make him necessarily my friend because of that. It makes him my friend because we've connected, and he's a really nice person. He's been really good to us. So we love you, Dis. I'm just saying that. Look, I love you. I love you. It's in a really weird way. It could be a little creepy. Some may say stalkery, because I am on his page every day, and I'm flipping through it.
That's hot.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we have a Funko Pop to show you. This doesn't happen very often. We usually talk about news. We don't ever show anything, like, physically from Funko.
Let's show it!
So this is something very cool. This came in the mail, and it came in fast. Giggity. we got our new
somebody else I
Goosebumps
know.
Haunted Mask Funko Pop. So
You hear what I said?
what?
I said like somebody else I know.
Okay, that's not nice.
What do you mean?
So this Funko Pop came in like quicker than I ever thought it would.
Like somebody else I know.
From Barnes & Noble. Somebody sent me the link the other night. I put in my order, and I got them in a matter of just a couple of days. Super stoked about this. The very first episode of Goosebumps was the Haunted Mask.
No, it was not.
The first episode of the television show was Haunted Mask. I owned it on VHS, and yes, it is, and I'm correct.
It was
What are you
the
doing?
book.
Yeah, it was not the first book. We understand that. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Oh, this is really cool.
So I'm excited that the first episode character or book is our first Goosebumps Funko Pop, and I want all of them. I love the whole. By the way, I'm going to show the back of the box. I don't think this is illegal. Hopefully, Funko and Instagram doesn't take me down.
Instagram, please don't take down our YouTube account.
Please look at all the different characters, though. Aren't they cool?
They're
I want
very
all of
cool.
them. So there must be a common Haunted Mask.
Oh, look, that one looks like you with the big teeth. From Bad Hair Day. Yeah, exactly. Do it again.
Shut up. We bought an extra one because we'll give one away to one of our lucky patrons, because we give away all sorts of cool stuff over on Patreon. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool one, right? Turn it around. Let's see the hair, because the hair should glow. Oh, maybe not. The hair doesn't
Purples
glow.
don't glow very well.
No. Turn around again. But that mask sure does. So that's a cool Funko Pop. You can get it over at Barnes & Noble, or you can win it on our upcoming Patreon call for October, which I've been thinking about that, Heather. The only time that we can go on our Patreon call, it's like October is absolutely screwed because of New York Comic Con and everything else. It'll have to be like the 26th, which will be the Saturday after New York Comic Con. That's our only option for October, so mark your calendars now, patrons. I know this is a very early call out for one of our calls. We're very last minute typically. 9 p.m. Eastern on October the 26th. But we start the call an hour early at 8 p.m. Eastern, where all of our patrons can hang out, chill out, and party down until we get there. Get some drinks in, get some food in, have a good time, hang, be bros.
Let's not talk about drinking and stuff.
Why?
I don't want to be a bad influence.
No, I mean like drinking their favorite drinks. Make a couple drinks, maybe a water, maybe a soda.
I like
sody?
water. I don't like when people call it sody, because this girl that I used to work with called it sody, and she was really mean.
Great. Okay.
She was like the only mean person I ever worked with. I've never really worked with mean people, but she was mean.
Let us know what you think about everything you saw in this video, to include FunCon coming, that brand new $7 a pop exclusive, which is great. So happy for them. Congratulations, guys. Also about Dis. We are going to continue to scream and holler about Dis until his Instagram is back up and running. So a big shout out to you, Dis. Really, a big shout out. And then that Goosebumps Funko Pop, baby. Go over to Barnes & Noble and buy yours now. Black Light, one of my favorite things ever. Check it out, barnesandnoble.com. But in every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to AJ Barbary, Jennifer Crawford, Amani McKinney, Tiffany Anderson, Kelly Spears, James Dieter, Brian Ordell Jr., Ashley Shelley-Ann Nelson, George Gifford, and Laura Ampuala. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys are awesome. And for that October call, we most likely will have a ton of New York Comic Con exclusives, to include MISCHIEF Toys exclusives from New York Comic Con. So make sure that you tune in. We might even give away an AP or two. You don't want to miss out on that, among a bunch of other things. We'll have all sorts of giveaways for October. It's going to be really great. So if you want to be a part of those giveaways and a part of the fun, join Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. You don't want to miss our new content. We post every single day but Sunday, but every Sunday we go live between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. But that's all we have for you in this video. We appreciate you for staying until the end. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.